Welcome back to Shemsuniverse. So today, guys, we're going to discuss name number 8. So name number 8 is associated with Saturn, which is considered a malefic planet. Malefic planets are there for when you need to learn something more. It's a negative sort of planet that gives you trials and tribulations that make you harder and stronger. In the life path position, this is very, very effective. When it comes to a name number, it more so has a bit of a theme on your life because your internal processing, it's your natural skills, and also different shortcomings that can come about. So you have to look at this, if you have a name number 8, as something that you can use as a superpower if you actually know how to concentrate in the proper way. 8 can be a very, very powerful number when you direct it towards a given goal or a greater purpose that's beyond yourself. Meaning if you want to set up like an empire to continue your family lineage, that's good. If you want to set up a business so you don't have to be employed anymore, that's good. But then you have to bring it beyond that. Maybe something that's going to actually leave a legacy, something that's going to leave something behind for either your family, your community, a certain social realm, what have you. When it comes to the 8, it's represented by upheaval, anarchy. It's represented by sort of a rebellious nature. It's considered the planet of darkness, right? So it's going to bring you through a lot of darkness to get you to the light. And you have to find enlightenment within that darkness, meaning you have to find it through the trials that you're going to go through. All right, so I want to discuss different name numbers that do come up with the name number of 8, the most valid ones and the most favorable ones. So everybody knows what the 8 pretty much represents already, especially if you've watched my prior videos. So the first one I want to discuss is the most powerful 8 number, which is the 17. If you have name number 17, this literally means that you have the ability to overcome the trials and tribulations in your life. It's associated with the North Venus star. It is a very, very powerful number. When somebody has a name number of 17, that means that they are destined for fame and for success, but they have to remain humble to do so. So that means that you're going to go through different trials in relationships with people, in your business, in your job, and these things are meant to make you stronger, and you're going to learn things from them. It's not necessarily that the 8 is making outside things come to you, it's that your internal processing, your whole aura is actually attracting these things. It's happening for a reason. So you need to understand the reasoning is that you need to overcome these things by strategizing, by planning, by being vigorous, by being persistent. All of these things will pretty much come naturally to you as an 8. You guys have a great deal of discipline, especially in the name number position, and you're meant to control over a certain set of land, have properties, have businesses, pretty much be millionaires or billionaires if you choose to do so. What's going to limit you is that choice. Are you going to choose to be successful, or are you going to choose to make the challenges that you're presented with overcome you? Once you make the choice to overcome whatever challenge is presented, you become the 8 powerhouse, meaning it has sort of a archetypal sort of personality where the 8 will run over whatever comes in front of it. It could be the most powerful number. It's up there with the master numbers, up there with the number 1. But you need to learn how to concentrate it properly to get what you want. Meaning that you have to use this dark energy. You have to understand that this is your shadow side trying to come to light and use it to maneuver reality the way in which you want it to. There's no real particular way for me to really teach you guys how to actually utilize your name number. It applies to each individual differently. When I know your whole chart, I'm able to do it a little bit better, but I still have to leave it up to you whether or not you're going to direct the energy in the proper way or not. All right, so the next one I'm going to go over is the number 26. 26 is considered the disaster in Chaldean numerology, meaning it's a very good number, but it's affected by number 2, which is lunar energy, number 6, which is Venus. And it leads to people making wrong decisions, either due to lethargy or just straight laziness. The 6 and the 8, it combines, and they make a very good combination because of the wants and needs of the 6 is like luxury and beauty. And the 8 is all about discipline, hard work, and struggling to get what you want. However, if you don't concentrate that energy in the correct way, you're going to end up failing. You need to, like I said with the 17, make that conscious choice. Once you make the conscious choice to actually overcome the challenges that are presented, you will overcome them very, very naturally. If you decide to go against your laziness, your lethargy, your emotional volatility through the 2, and you use those things to your advantage, meaning use your emotions as weapons, use your want for beauty and your want for different luxurious items, use it as motivation, makes things like a vision board. All of these things can actually help you because you're going to be thinking about them on the daily, meaning you're going to be doing actions to get them on the daily. After a while, consistent action will bring forth success. It's pretty much inevitable. And that's the ultimate lesson of the 8, is that it's trying to make you consistent. It's trying to make you disciplined. It's trying to make you work harder. It's trying to bring you to that next level. When you have it in the name number position, it's a very fatalistic number, meaning if you do not work hard, you are not going to get what you want. It's really as simple as that. For career options for number 26, what I'd recommend is anything from the cosmetics business for women, men as well, just things like clothing, doing retail. I'm not saying work in retail stores. I'm talking about you guys can make your own clothing designs. You guys can end up becoming a name brand in that sort of domain. Movies, acting, artistic pursuits are also very common for name number 26s, just because you guys do have that 6 element to you, which makes you put business to the art. I mean, you guys are able to have natural artistic skills, but you're also able to use it for business, use it to get money, you monetize your skills. And if you're able to direct the energy in that sort of way, you will be very, very successful. And it could turn into a very good luck number where it seems like you're not working that hard to get it, but people didn't see all the work that you did before. And that's the whole thing. But your life can be very, very good if you learn to direct this energy properly. The 8 can either be very good luck or very bad luck, depending on your own definition of it, how you're going to define your life, and your perspectives. If you perceive life in the right way, you're going to get the right things. If you don't perceive it in the right way and you look at your challenges as something as a loss instead of a lesson, you're going to lose. All right? You can go into anything like that. 8 is also very common for business and politics as well, so always consider that an option. For name number 35 now, moving right on, the 35 is similar to the 26 in the sense that it does have artistic skills to the 3 instead of the 6, then has the 5, which is actually very, very good for coming back from defeat. With that sort of name number, this is archetypal for somebody who will move mountains to get what they want. The 35, like all other 8 numbers, are never really considered that good luck in Chaldean numerological values. However, when you look at it for what they're saying, you understand that you can push through social limits, social norms. You guys are able to actually focus for long periods of time because you have the resiliency of the Jupiter, which is through 3. Then you have the fast-paced mind through Mercury. So this gives you a very, very obsolete mindset. You guys are able to actually look at things, perceive them properly, and then overcome them. That's pretty much the common theme through all 8s. However, with the 35, it makes it a little bit easier for you because you have the 3, which is already stress resilient, as I said before, and the 5, which thinks fast and also doesn't really suffer from failures very well. 5s are able to bounce back and just snap right back into it and get back in the game. Things for 35s I always recommend, like military, law enforcement, lawyers, arbitrators, mediators, something to keep you in the action, something to keep you in sort of like a fighting sort of mindset. Athletics is also something that's very good, but you guys need war. You guys sort of need that victory each day. It's not even about really the money for you guys, but more so about the glory, which is very good. So it's similar to the 17, where the 17 is all about legacy and leaving things behind and becoming famous. You guys will become famous through overcoming, through war and triumph. The last one I want to go over with you guys is the number 44. Number 44 is double Rahu, so it's a master number in Chaldean, and it also adds to 8. So this is master number energy. If you have this name number, be extremely careful. Your life is going to have a lot of twists and turns through Rahu, which can actually lead you to extreme success or lead you homeless. You need to understand that this energy is there. The energy is going to work for you if you're able to direct it, just like the other name numbers, or it's going to completely destroy you. The thing with the 44 is it's a more intense version of the 8. I'd argue that's the most intense version of the 8. And you need to learn to concentrate regardless of external circumstances. Even if your external circumstances are bad, you have bad family, your peers around you are doing bad things, are not going the direction that you want, you still need to look at it and say, okay, I have master number energy. I can literally change my whole reality by following certain principles and meeting goals each day. If you're able to do that, you will overcome this number, and not only overcome it, but you'll also utilize it as a tool and pretty much like a weapon. For 44s, you guys usually just do independent business. 4-4 is very much about hard work, pragmatism, very much about like politics, really reaching high levels in companies. So you guys are people that really like to master life, and if you go in a domain, you end up mastering that too. So a very good number to have. I would argue that they say the 17 is the most powerful number, 35 has the highest willpower, 26 has more of a luxurious, easier life as long as they make the right choices. The 44 is still a master though. Your key to life, if you have a name number 44, is figure out what you want to master. What you choose to master, you can then monetize and then make millions from it. All right. So that's the final name number I'm going to go over in regards to the 8 series. After 52, the Chaldeans don't really believe that you should be adding them together. You should just add them together to get to another compound number that's lower than 52, and then you make your definition from there. So the only thing I want to go over next, guys, is just lucky days and gems and so forth. All right, so in regards to lucky gems, the luckiest gem you guys can wear is blue sapphire. Make sure that you put it on a Saturday, which is also your lucky day due to the fact that it's Saturn day. You use that gem to your advantage. Make sure it's always touching your skin. If you can't afford sapphire, get like a blue object. I have like a blue water bottle that I have in my house that I usually use to just drink my water through. Use these type of things to actually just keep the Saturnine energy pleasant and good around you. Keeping iron and different metals is also very good because Saturn does run those materials. And also even going into business with things such as iron and electricity, so like our phones, social media, anything like that is also going to be very advantageous to you. Certain health ailments, it doesn't really apply to name numbers that much, but just in case, you guys can just watch out for anything to do with things such as things moving slow like your intestines. Make sure you're putting soft foods in your stomach. Make sure you're not eating old food. Just because you guys can suffer easily from things like constipation, things like just your organs and circulation not moving correctly. So arthritis and bad circulatory and respiratory systems are very, very common. So just make sure it's more common in the birth numbers, but still make sure as a name number that you do watch out for those certain health defects. But once you're making the right decisions and living a disciplined life, you really shouldn't go through much problems in that respect. A lot of 8s also do suffer from like insomnia and stress due to the fact that they want a lot of success. With success comes stress. So I'd recommend amethyst for that, just to make sure you're not too attached to the material realm. Amethyst can really bring you to a clear thought, sober thoughts. The amethyst does stand for sobriety. And using that color, which is purple or violet, and using the amethyst within itself, making it touch your skin anywhere from like your neck to a ring, preferably on the left side as that's your receiving side. You can receive the energy from the amethyst and actually utilize it to your advantage. So it's a very, very good gem to have. Not all numbers can utilize it. I'd say 7 and 8 are the only numbers that really can utilize it and get great effects from it. 9 arguably as well, but we'll get into that one tomorrow. But aside from that, guys, that should conclude the name number 8 summary in regards to my advice for you. Good luck days for 8s. You're going through a fight each day. You're really at war, and if you look at your life on that war path, you'll be more successful. I'm not saying have a negative mind state and think your life is just going to be all trials and tribulations. It won't. It's going to be glory if you're able to overcome those trials and tribulations. Particular lucky days are going to be Saturday. That's the day I'd recommend starting a business. Go for the lottery or start a business also. 8th, 17th, 26th. If you have good karma, the 8 might help you win. It's certain law of attraction behind that, according to the Chaldeans. Other days, their advantages is the also 4, 13, 22, and 31. Those days will also help you as well and will bring you to a certain level of success. If you're looking for clothes or sort of clothes to wear, to absorb negative energy, you should wear black. If you wear a lot of black or a lot of blue, these things are going to actually just calm down the malefic energy of Saturn and really just draw it in and actually accept it. Through acceptance, you're going to be able to overcome. And that's the whole lesson with the 8 is accepting what life gives you and overcoming it. Because when you do that, it's like doing a bench press. You're bench pressing 200 pounds at first or 180 pounds, wherever you're bench pressing. And then you're pushing. And the more you push, after a while doing that weeks on end and having the proper supplements and eating correctly, you end up pushing more. And through those challenges and that pain, you end up becoming a lot stronger. Look at the 8 like a bench press. It's going to keep getting heavier on you. It's going to keep pushing down on you to the point where you think you cannot push it anymore. The point where you think that's when you won't. If you keep pushing and consistently keep trying each day, it's going to make you stronger. That's going to be my final advice on the 8 for you guys. If you have any more questions regarding it, just hit me up on my Instagram at Shemsuniverse 8.0 or leave something in the comments section for me. All right, guys, aside from that, please like, subscribe, all of me. That's it for today, guys. Peace.